Alright, last chapter for the night, because I gotta edit this shit and I got a headache. Actually, we might do one more. Anyway. Mirth frowned slightly at the world eater and bit her lip. By the divine, she'd missed this arrogant prick, she thought to herself as she was on Aldwin's neck. What? She couldn't exactly leave Sovngarde as easily as she came. The path to the mortal plane had closed behind her once she shouted to revive Alduin. Once they both escaped Sovngarde, Alduin landed on the ground in a rather secluded area. I could not see him doing that either. Like, the fuck. Just for that. Mirth climbed off his neck and looked down. She sighed audibly and then turned her gaze to the world eater. So you'll help me if I tell you what embarrassing thing currently causes me to seek your aid? She asked in her mortal language. Alduin nodded and Mirth noticed that he was being unusually patient. Yeah. Very out of canon moment. Yes, I pay that. I cannot bear a child with my husband and no one else but you can assist me, she said while hanging her head in defeat. She's basically like, let's fuck. Why? This caused a chortle to happen from Alduin. Is that all? Pfft, he knocked her. How dare he? Mirth suddenly pulled out her Daedric dagger and frowned. Do not mock me, Alduin. I'll send you back to whatever place your kind ghost after this is to draw breath. Oh, look at her. She thinks she's so cool and edgy. Even though this dude could turn her into, like, a kebab. She hissed at him. Alduin's brow made a movement, thus he was raising an eyebrow, if he had any. Dovahkiin, it appears that you've never heard what you Jor call sarcasm. Betting you is not an easy task, nor asking for my assistance in this dilemma. Oh, God. They're multiplying. Ay, que horror. For anyone who watches Spanish, like y'all who, speak Spanish, or is like Latin American, y'all remember the Eugenio Derbez show, where it had the ugly, like, hunchback character that was always like, que horrible, basically saying, how horrible, yeah, that's how I feel right now. He told her this caused Mirth to blush darkly in embarrassment. Alright, let's take a shot every time they say blush darkly. She sheathed her dagger and frowned at him. Well, why isn't it easy? You've taken females before, haven't you? She said softly. I don't think the Jills want none of that. Alduin hissed as if she harmed him in some way. I have taken countless females, but I've never mated one. Alduin hissed at her. Wait, so he's banged them, but not... Oh, okay. I'm not gonna think right now because that hurts. One does not simply choose a mate. One must always wait for it, he explained to her. This sparked Mirth's interest a bit. And what is it? Alduin, she cried. Alduin let out a growling and grumbling sound mixed together at that. A male dove must wait for its destined mate to come along. This feels like suspiciously like Werewolf Smut. And someone probably read Omegaverse. When this occurs, the male dove will build a nest of swords for his female. Oh, so they're birds. Then the male dove must abandon his future mate until she goes into heat while living in the nest. If he smells her heat from far off, they are meant to mate with one another. That doesn't make any fucking sense, though, because you would think, like, animals when they're in heat, all they want to do is... You think that would happen, but you know what? Logic is not a part of this. If I keep drinking anymore, I'm gonna start fucking pulling out the drum wheel music. Anyway. If a dragon is within 7 mountains of the female dove, that does not make any fucking sense. They will smell the heat and attempt to bed her. By the time they reach her, her true mate will arrive in time to attack the heated intruders. You know, if you really wanted this stupid shit to, like, remotely make sense, you would have Mirth making the nest herself and waiting for the strongest dude to rail her. And then have the dudes fight each other for her hand. Yeah, that'd be the way to go. But this person's probably like 12, so they don't think like that. After chasing them off, the male will mate with the female roughly. So we're doing kinky sex, huh? Until he is ready to give her what her body and soul crave. A mark to signify that they are bound to each other. No dragon could ever bed this female dragon once she bears her mate's mark. Someone has been on the werewolf side of Wattpad. Because this is exactly what that's like. Mir blushed a bit, realizing why she never went through the monthly bleeding cycle of Jor women. You could just say human women. And only went through extreme times of horniness every 6 months. What is she, a dog? Like, this feels like a thinly disguised werewolf story. And considering it has a werewolf. It was heat. That also explained why every man she knew would act flirtatious and approach her when she was in heat. There is actually a theory that when women ovulate, dudes are more attracted to them because it's biology saying that it's time to make a baby. But I don't know how true that is. They also commented on how she smelled so sweet, like honey. What smells sweet? Alduin frowned at her. I have never chosen or found my mate. No doubt you've either slain them or don't exist, Alduin commented. So why the fuck would you rail her if you want to look for your mate and you don't think she's your mate? That makes no fucking sense. That does not make any fucking sense. This is so out of character, it's not even funny. Mirth gazed up at him with a blank expression. What if I'm your mate, Alduin? She asked in a concerned voice. She gave a translation this time. Thank you. Thank you. That's like the only one or two good things you've done. Dragonborn, this is a confusing situation for both of us. I have yet to come across my mate. If you believe you're my forever mate, then we need to partake in the ritual. What? I'm a bit like that one cat. Huh? Well, traditions cannot be broken. Shall we make such attempt? I will try anything, Alduin. I need a child of my own. Yeah, just, fuck those adopted children that you got. They're not good enough because you didn't give birth to them. They didn't come out of your vagina, so they're, worth nothing. Even if it's not love between one, I need one. You could just love the children and the husband that you already have at home, but this one belongs in the streets.